Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. Hey everybody, I hope the sound is better this time. If it's not, we're going to forge ahead anyway with what we have. I want to give you a little tutorial on crypto wallets and crypto exchanges and where your money lives on the blockchain for people who really are not familiar with this world but want to get an overview. And then I'm going to introduce my special guest after I give you a quick overview. All right, if you have any kind of cryptocurrency, whether it's Bitcoin or Ethereum or any of the hundreds of other coins, your money lives as zeros and ones on the internet, spread across various servers in a special kind of a database called the blockchain. And when you want to pay somebody or receive money, the changes are just changes in the database. So the actual money just lives spread out across servers on the internet. Now, if you want to manipulate your money, you need something called a wallet. But the wallet is a misleading term because the wallet doesn't actually hold any money. It's just a piece of software, or it could be a software and hardware unit for a little extra security. That's like a viewer that lets you look into the cloud, see your money, and then change its addresses essentially so that you could pay somebody by assigning your money to someone else or vice versa. So money never lives in the wallet. That's just a piece of software for accessing the money where it does live. Likewise, if you wanted to exchange your cryptocurrency for some other kind of cryptocurrency, you're going to need something called an exchange. And my special guest I'll introduce in a moment will tell you more about that. And that would allow you to change, for example, from a WHEN token to a Bitcoin, to an Ethereum, that sort of thing. So you can make those kinds of transitions. My startup, which you've heard about before, has an app called the Interface app. It's available in all the app stores already for both Apple and Android. And it allows you to connect to an expert and pay that expert either in cash or crypto. If you want to use crypto, and there'd be lots of reasons you might want to do that. You might already have cryptocurrency and you're looking to spend it. You might want to keep something off of your credit card. You might want to not deal with banks. You might be in another country and not deal with tax stuff the way you would if it goes to the bank. So you might have lots of reasons why you want to pay in crypto. So in our app, whether you buy your tokens that in our world are called the WHEN, W-H-E-N, it's our own cryptocurrency that, like others, lives in the internet. But you can use them to pay experts who are available in real time, like right now. You just say, where's my expert? Right now. And you're connected with a live video call. Now, we have a wallet, also think of it as a viewer to see your money and move it around, built into the app. Or you can have a separate wallet. You can have as many wallets as you want. Because remember, the wallets are not holding money. They're just viewers to look at the money that's spread across the internet in a special database called the blockchain. All right, so you should all check out the Interface app. What I want to tell you about this is that if you've heard the term ICO, you know that a lot of companies, including mine, have issued their own coin or token. And they do it for a variety of reasons. Most of the ICOs are nothing but an idea in a white paper. So somebody writes a document that says, if I had money and if I knew how to make things, I would make something and it would be valuable. And then they issue a coin, and that's very speculative if you're buying one of those coins. A little bit safer, but by no means I would call this an investment. By the way, nothing you hear here is an investment advice, because these are not investments. They are things which can go up in value or down in value, but they don't qualify as investments, and they're not safe in the way that a normal investment could be safer. So this is your overview. If you've got the Interface app, you can talk to experts. You can pay them in our coins. You can change those coins for other crypto, and from there you can turn it into cash in a few places that will do that for you. I would like to introduce now my special guest, Chez Darji. I'm going to bring him over on this device. or maybe I'll turn this way. Let's see what works. How that works. And Chez is founder of coinpulse, the exchange that my startup is now will be part of in a few weeks. And Chez, say hi to my Periscope.
Hello, everyone.
And Chez, how long has coinpulse been around?
Okay, so we started this project back in November 2017 when we airdropped our tokens. It was EBCH back then, which is CPX now. So we started this project in November 2017. We had a community of around 15,000 members at that time. We took coinpulse is actually an exchange, a global digital currency trading platform, which is built based on users' suggestions. Users meaning community suggestions. So each and every
so that's what makes your exchange different from others. Is that it's built from the ground up by user suggestions, including what coins you have on the exchange, right?
Yes. Yeah. So we took suggestions from the community members, and each and every feature that we have added today is all from the community.
All right. And what's the difference between a centralized exchange, which you are, and a decentralized exchange? Why does somebody want one over the other?
Okay, so in decentralized exchange, user will have control over his funds. And each and every transaction that user does goes through blockchain. But on centralized exchange, you just pay trading fee. You just deposit once and start trading by paying trading fee to the exchange, which is usually cheaper than decentralized exchange.
Oh, so the centralized is cheaper, and is it also safer? Is it more secure?
It depends. Like we are using multi-sig wallets for our exchange, and over 90% of all the coins are stored in cold storage, so which is not at all hackable.
Okay.
So it depends what technologies exchanges are using.
It depends. Okay. And so how many coins do you have on the exchange now?
So currently we have about 9 to 10 coins. Those are majority of them are standard coins as of today. So they include Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ripple, Zcash, Dash. Then we have our own token, which is called CPEX. Then based on our voting page, we have added 2 more coins, which is one of them is Hydro and the other one is Apollo.
And soon I'll give the dates when the coin that my startup has issued will be listed. So that on August 15th will be listed on coinpulse.
Yes.
But that just means you can put your When coins in there, and it won't be till September 20th that it'll be active for trading. So those people who are experts on the Interface app can earn their When coins, or they can earn cash. But if they earn When coins, they can trade them in on coinpulse. Now, the value of your coins, can you explain what determines their value? How do you know how much you'll be able to trade them for? In other words, it's a market-based value, right? So
yeah. So value is actually determined by buyers and sellers. So it's all on traders. Depends on what price they want to buy or sell a particular coin for.
Right. So on day one, when the our coin is listed, its value could be much higher or much lower than it would be a week later. So it depends on what the market's doing.
Correct.
Now in our case, because the coin or token, as we call it, which would be technically more accurate, it's a utility token, because it's used in our app, and there's a limited number of them by design, and people need them in order to use the app. The demand over time should go up as the app is more popular because they need these tokens to use the app. And then that should, in theory, but there are no guarantees, of course, that should make the value of them go up when people put them on the exchange. Is that accurate?
Yes, that's true. If supply is less, demand is definitely going to go up, and that will also have impact on its price. So I expect it to go up.
So of all the ICOs that are out there, and there must be thousands of them, would you say? Are there hundreds or thousands of ICOs just in the past year?
In 2017, there were a lot of ICOs.
Yeah, just a lot of them.
Yeah.
But I would say, would you say that 90% or more than 90% were based on just an idea, just a white paper, when nobody's actually built a product? What percentage of all the ICOs were not based on a product that had yet been built? Is it most of them?
Then no. There are actually only few projects, few ICOs that will have their own project already ready for the users when they are doing their ICO. So When definitely has its project ready for the users, right?
Yeah.
So this is something unique for an ICO.
So while I don't make any investment advice, and owning ICOs is or owning coins is not an investment per se, it is safe to say that if you're trying to hold a portfolio of different ICO coins, you probably want something in your portfolio that's a product that's already built. And then the second big thing, and I think you'll agree, Chez, is to be able to get on an exchange, because that's really hard. So it's not automatic that you could ever get on an exchange. So most of these ICOs are creating coins that are just stranded. They can't be used for anything ever. But we have both a product that's being used already. It's in the stores, and it and will be on the exchange. We're already scheduled for that on coinpulse. So certainly you should consider that type of coin. There can't be that many of them, or that kind of token. So what else do we need to know about an exchange? So how hard is it to use? Let's say you've never used one, and it's a web page. You go to coinpulse.io. I assume that you're just signing up with your credentials.
Yes.
And then I understand that even the users had a lot of input on the user interface to make it as easy as possible. And so they should be able to work their way through it the first time they use it, probably. But if they need an extra help, they could go to YouTube and just Google, or just search within YouTube for coinpulse, and you'd find a little YouTube tutorial.
Yeah, trade tutorial.
All right. And I'm dying to ask, how hard was it to build an exchange? Like just from the startup perspective, like how many people did it take? You know, you did it in less than a year, which is amazing for any startup.
Yeah.
But how hard is it? Was it crazy hard?
Yeah, it was really very tiring on my end, and I used to spend around 17 to 18 hours daily since last 3 to 4 months.
Wow.
On this development part. In our team, we have actually around 10 developers as of today.
Okay.
They have been with us since inception. So 10 developers. Then now we have a support team, listing team. We have a bunch of people doing research on various coins or tokens that they want to get listed on the exchange. So altogether, we have about 30 people in our team. Regarding development, as I mentioned, I used to spend so many hours, not just me, but my entire team. And every day we used to face, new hurdle. Like one feature will work and something will go wrong. We'll try and test it again. We tested with our admins at Telegram channel. So
All right, but it's all.
It was really
So-
very difficult time, but
So it's all-
eventually it worked out well for us.
It's all up and working, and you're in the right place at the right time, in history. It sounds like. So
Yes.
So Chaz, I think we'll keep this short because people have short attention spans. But thank you so much for joining me and for helping me explain this world. And it's coinpulse.io. You'll see the When tokens listed on August 15th and available for trade on September 20th. This is 2018 if anybody's watching this on replay. And that's all for today. Bye.